Okay, the urinary system. We have blood coming down from the heart to the abdominal aorta. It goes all the way down to the legs, but some of the blood goes into the renal arteries right here, the little red ones. See that? Renal arteries. You gotta know blood flow for this test. It goes into the kidneys. The nephrons do their thing, and they save nutrients and valuables back to the bloodstream, and the renal veins here come out of here, the little red, the little blue one, and goes up to the heart. But the function of the urinary system is getting rid of nitrogen wastes and creatinine waste from muscles. So here's the ureters. The waste and the urea, nitrogen waste, go down the ureters. Okay, go all the way down to the urinary bladder here on both sides. So here's the urinary bladder right here. It's a muscular tube that can hold 600 to 800 milliliters of urine. Okay, and this right here, this hole right here is the urethra, and that goes through the outside world. Okay, let's go over that again. You got to know blood flow for this test. Abdominal aorta, blood's flowing down, and renal arteries into the kidneys. Nephrons do their things, and there's 1.2 million nephrons per kidney. Okay, we want to save the glucose and the protein back to the blood capillaries, and that goes back to the renal veins here, the blue ones, and up to the heart. Okay, but we want to get rid of the nitrogen waste and creatinines and maybe dump some sodium if our blood pressure is too high. We go down the ureters here. See that? There's two ureters coming down to the urinary bladder. It can hold 600 to 800 milliliters of urine, and there's the urethra hole right there. Then we urinate to the outside world. Okay? Taking a look at this kidney, here's the sagittal cut of the kidney here. Okay? So, here's the kidney. There's three regions to the kidney. Here is the cortex, the outer cortex. They call it the renal cortex. The dark area here where the renal pyramids are the medulla. And this region, the middle region, is the pelvis. Okay? This dark area is the renal capsule. That's the renal capsule. Okay, we have 8 to 18 of these renal pyramids. You see that? Renal pyramid. On the tapered end is called the renal papillus. Okay? In between here are the renal columns. So here'd be a renal column. Renal column. Okay, and look, number 5 here. Here the nephrons run this way, from the cortex all the way down to the papillus. And the number 5 is a minor calyx here. It's like a little funnel, you see that? So the urine comes out the papillus, the minor calyx grabs it, it goes to the major calyx, the pelvis, the ureter, and on down to the urinary bladder. And look, here's the renal arteries right here. Renal arteries coming in. And when the nephrons are few with the blood, they saving the nutrients back to the renal veins. Renal veins go hit the inferior vena cava and up. So that's our kidneys there. And this area right here is called the renal hilus.